Well, everybody had a little technical difficulties, but all good, all set up. And was just outside looking at the moon. How beautiful this new moon, it is. Looks very beautiful in the sky. Talking about today, you probably will figure things out in the morning when you wake up. Things that you need to go, things that you need to be understanding, following the energies from the previous day. And I see it in the chart that throughout the day there's gonna be a lot of maturity, a lot of positivity is gonna be at the end of the day. This is gonna be the moment of huge, deep realization. And this is why the lion represents this wisdom, the Leo's energy. Okay, that deepness as a wise king, queen personality in there. When you develop yourself as a leader, the leader possesses the power of the authority. And now that the moon is there within the house, the authority, that is it, the developing of the masculine intuition. The masculine intuition doesn't know what really to do. He knows how to do it. And this is going to be the energy. You are going to be learning the how to mature, how to grow, and it's time for it. And the intuition is going to be telling you there is going to be a very powerful divine aspects at the end of the day. So stay tuned until 11 o'clock because you're going to see it in your screens in there. But I want to say thank you guys and I welcome you here. By the way, thank you to all of you about the coffee. I appreciate so much. Thank you for the support. So here is what is going to happen throughout the day. Early in the morning, you're probably gonna be have this leftovers of the previous day's energy. As you see it, the ascendant is at between Cancer and Leo. That is gonna be the vision that it's gonna comes in right in here for. And the moon, it's just about 6 degrees. She's like 5 degrees separations from Mars, still opposing Pluto. That energy overnight that you may have and so on, seeking it the lack of the growth, seeking what it was this all about in there. And Mars energies are still within this kind of like a rough time that goes on within. And it's beautiful that it comes in because it's going to lead into a lot of new visions, a lot of expansion, a lot of positive energy that it comes in with Jupiter. And then Jupiter sends that energies to Pluto. A lot of this transformation process. This is like the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. Yes, is not feel good. Yes, you have to change your life from caterpillar to this cocoon. And now you did that cocoon thing because you look deeply from within yourself. And now you are reborn of this thing that it's coming out of the cocoon. But you have wings now. You can fly. And you see it, those wings, they're going to be at the morning as you see it right here within the blue. For very powerful aspect. If you take in the positive energy of those wings, you're gonna get that light within yourself, that power, the courage, the strength, the belief and love, even though when you don't see it. Okay? Alright, as the day goes by, the ascendant is gonna be at 8 o'clock within the moon. On that area, the growth is gonna comes in. It says like, here you go, you have to go through Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter says friendshipness, how friendly as you are within you. The midheaven is going to be with Chiron, but it's beautiful energy towards the Sun and Venus at this time. A lot of trigger of what needs to be healed. If you don't heal what hurts you, guess what? You're gonna be hurting other people who doesn't hurt you, because you're operating from hurt. You're operating from that energies of pain. And there, the next hour, which is that's gonna be at 10 o'clock energy. The ascendant is moving more within the last portions of Leo. Is the divine energies with Saturn. We're going to experiencing those energies tomorrow morning. You're going to see it. You're going to understand it, that all that growth that it's happening is happening for the divine reasons. And that is it about you to mature more, and more. Not only emotionally, not only physically, you to mature more spirituality. Beautiful times. And here is what at 11 o'clock energies, this divine energies towards Virgo, the beginning. You guys know it. Yeah, I've been talking about this. It's helping Mars. That is it. This courage that it's gonna come in. The strength. Because it's not easy to be what you are. That divine energies that it's pointing out to Virgo, it is about, it's not easy to live within this world that it's not perfect, but you're here to make that perfect. And that is going to be a time that you need to be transformed and understand it is what it is. Things is as it is. Otherwise, you're lacking that growth, and the ascendant that it's here at Virgo is going to be showing you that growth that it's required, in a way, you to transform. Okay? Your life begins as a butterfly. It's going to be require you all those wings that you have. They're curled around you. And now you need to slide it out through the cocoon. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be easy. But when you come out, when you let your wings stretch out, when you let them dry, now you can take a flight. And of course, when it started coming out, when you started getting it with this, I was talking about yesterday this intense energy. It's also in the report for the new moon to full moon report. Duality. The doubt in there, it's the negative side. The positive side of the duality in there, it is to be able to see the middle ground, the middle point, the balance there. And when you see this middle point, middle ground for it, is not to be going to those two extremes, but taking the best experience that you want to have and putting it in there. Oh, if you're not happy with certain things, guess what? It's your limitations. If you're not happy with the love, that's your limitation. Love is love. If you're not happy, you don't know what the authority is, guess what? You still have things to learn, things to understand. Never, ever, okay, deny something because you don't fully understand it. Understand why you don't want it. Understand the thing, and then you will see, do you like it or not. Talking about personal experience from 30 years ago, something happened to me, and I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this crowd. I don't like this kind of people who listen to this kind of music. Guess what? I went to a wedding exactly there, and guess what I found out? I was denying something that was part of me, but I did not know it back then. See, that's what I'm talking about. Personal experience. All right, time goes by. It's already 1 o'clock. That energy of the authority, it's gonna be highly intense within yourself. Things really is gonna be taking a peak. I really suggesting you to refrain from any activity. If you're at work or if you have things, just go and let the things within yourself to be coming to you. This is kind of like Don't pushing to when you are not ready to be a butterfly to pushing through the cocoon. Okay, if that is the time you're gonna be coming out, but don't look at it of those intense energies, reacting on the intense energies, but follow it. Follow it. What is that has to do with you? Okay, and when you find out what it has to do with you, that energy is going to be telling you. Look at it within the universe. Anywhere anything is out there is out there. Okay, you and I were born different than the bear gives the birth, the cow gives the birth, the elephant gives the birth, the butterfly becomes. They're all coming out of something. Okay, but when you look at it in your life, and there, what you're gonna come out of your own self? Can you come out of the old self and make that transition to your new self, to your higher ascended self from within you? And that's what the moon is gonna come in and giving you today. All right, talking about 2 o'clock, that energy with Mars and Pluto all of a sudden is gonna be coming down, especially with Mars. Mars is not gonna feel this pressure. Why? Because the ascendant of Libra, it's getting this Mars energies as divine portions. The Moon, however, it's still a little bit gonna be opposing Pluto, but that's not gonna be that much is an effect in there, but it's going to show you the reasons of where you're going. Why do you need this balance? Why do you need this growth? Why do you need this transformation? Because the old self is too much and you're dragging the old self up in a higher pedestal within yourself, and the new self is suffering. You need to make balance. When the new self and a higher self making transition, who's helping you with that transition? The midheaven is at Cancer, divine energies with Pluto. The family energies inside of you is going to help you to get into these positions of life. So here is the energy of Pluto is going to be going away. No more intensity, no more pressures. No more this buzzing energy that like, ooh, what's happening. Of course, Mars is still going with Pluto, but it's like, it's manageable. I can manage it myself. In there, the energy of all the Mercury, the Sun, and Venus squaring Saturn, that is still like things you don't talk about it, situations that you don't express. Why? Because you're not sure from within yourself. You're not sure from within yourself it is the right thing, or you're not sure with yourself how it's going to be accepted. Okay? So, seeing it with all this is about the friendshipness right now. And if some of your friends doesn't want to talk to you, some of the people doesn't want to talk to you, some of the communications are broken down, and so on and so on, you need to understand it. Have the understanding. Don't judge, don't point fingers, don't cut cords, don't cut things. Understand it. You see, understanding it's a higher level of your own self compared to is like, even if you don't understand at the moment something, what's going on with the situations in your life, stop for a minute. Seek it. Answer is within you. All right, talking about 4 o'clock, the ascendant is still going to be at Libra, is going to be pointing towards Uranus, very powerful, same thing like yesterday's energy in there for it. The midheaven is going to be crossing to Leo, remind you about this intense energy. It's like you're going to be, it's like, oh my God, it was rough, it was tough, and so on and so on. Maybe you had a hard time at work. Also because people are under pressure and now they put pressure on their downlines. The bosses putting pressure to the managers, managers putting pressure to the supervisor, supervisor goes to the workers, and the whole company is a nightmare. Okay? It is the same thing around you. But if you're the boss and it's like, okay, let's handle this pressure, guys, don't put pressures on the lines. See what it's happening, see what is going on, and then the workers are gonna be okay. You see, it's different mentality, different choices, but there's gonna be have to be facing something. Okay, authority. That's what you need to face in there. What authority are you gonna use inside of yourself? All right, talking about that 5 o'clock energies, that's going to be a little bit divine with Saturn. There's going to be some Scorpio's energies that is going to be coming out. You growth out of the shadow. You need to understand that when you go into the rabbit hole, you need to make steps to get out. You're the one who walked in. You're the one who's going to walk out. Don't think that somebody's going to be like, here's the rope, let him pull you up. No. Because every time when somebody drops your rope and you're looking for someone to help you, they get you out of that. And you're like, okay, I'll do it the next time. I'll do it the next time. You did not learn something. You're missing something from your life. Okay? And the divine says like, no, nobody helps you. You have to learn how to make these steps. You have to learn how to dig those steps of that hole. Okay? Seek it. You can build it. It's all within your hands. And it's the same thing with life. You need to see it within you. Alright, a lot of divine energies. It's coming in from Scorpio. The same thing, that energy of Virgo that you saw a few hours ago. It's the same energy, but right now it's within you. It takes that place of doing it. Okay? You are doing that energy. That energy goes and it's synchronized with Mars. That energy comes from Neptune and Pluto that says that what it is. And you see it, what is not the growing in there. Alright? This is like the nurse sees like, okay, these things doesn't work, we need to do something else. We need to think something different. We need to approach these wounds differently. And this is it, what Pluto says like, okay, go back, what did you did, what did you did not did. And doing it is going to be kind of like a hard part, but we are going to be understanding the situations. So mid-heaven at this hour, which is we're talking about 7 p.m. is going to be all of a sudden between 6 and 7 p.m. there's going to be this pressure builds up. It's like, oh my God, what is going on? Oh my God, what's going on? I cannot do this, I cannot do that, I'm not loved, I am not under authority, I have no things in there, and the whole thing goes to hell. You'd remind you about this, but the moon is going to be there. Just going to be there in about 2 days. And now you see the deja vu of this. But through that unhealed energy is going to be able to point out what it has to be done properly. And when we're talking about properly, maybe the proper medications, the proper talk, the proper inner look from within yourself. Okay? Because Virgo is a self-work. Okay? While Libra is work with others. And here it's when the moon it's going to be coming and moving there within about 3 days within Libra. That's what this is going to happen. Pay attention to those patterns because they are very relevant to each other, because that energy is going to come in. The moon is pointing out here, this is what the road you should go, here what you should go, here what you go. The ascendant points you the visions of the day. The midheaven tells you, okay, you saw the vision, you had 4 hours to do, 5 hours to think, now you have to come in and do it. It's so simple. But we as humans make the things complicated, complacent. We are complacent people. We are complaining about anything and everything. We're never happy about this. You want more. But if you can be satisfied with what you have, you will understand. The more is nothing but it's this kind of like a never self-satisfactions from within. Okay? Probably has a term that I don't know about it, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, so talking about the next hour, which is gonna be at 9 o'clock, the midheaven at Libra, positive energy towards Saturn, which is that's where the lower energy will be, as you see it. The lower energies is pointing down, and the higher energies are pointing up. Still have this divine wings in there. If you're matured, you're ready to fly. If your wings were dry after coming out of the cocoon, you're ready to take flight. Okay? You're ready to do these things inside of you. But at the same time, if you look at it, the divine energies from Saturn, there was a divine lessons for you. Everything happens in what? Divine timing. And when the moon goes there at Libra, you're gonna be learning this to make a balance, because this pressure of me looking into the future, in there, I want to happen now, I want to happen right now, and so on and so on. Guess what? You're missing the moment. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. And then when you understand that it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen, you'll just chill out, relax, and maintain yourself the balance from within the inner peace within you. All right, talking about the 10 o'clock energies there. Of course, Scorpio is going to be squaring Pluto and squaring the moon. You're going to feel this intensity of that hour. It's going to be lasting for about 20-25 minutes, but the point will be is like a little trigger and test. Can you react on that anger of yours? Or are you going to communicate? You're going to put the proper authority within you. Because if you do that in the next hour, okay, this is what I like the people when they're watching the video until the end, because everything makes sense at the end of the day. There, the midheaven, there is in Scorpio, has these divine energies towards Venus, towards the Sun, and Mercury. But that it's connecting with the ascendant at Scorpio, it points out to this wisdom of the moon. Your intuitions finally gets the things about the problems, the issues, the areas of concern, the areas of improvement. And you did something, hopefully. And by doing it, that you become this example in there. And your understanding is your time to grow. It is time for you to get those wings and take flight, because they are your wings. Because you changed it. You changed from this caterpillar, you took yourself out, you create this cocoon, this surrounding area that is, you're not codependent on anything. And then you came out of that cocoon, and now you become the butterfly. The one thing that you ever wanted. You. Alright guys, that's all I have for you. If you got any questions, let me know. If not, let's share the love and the light. And I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck, guys.